Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Nightlife Exchanges and Sue's Muse. Today, I have a very special muse with me. She is a TV and Broadway actress. She's a singer. She is the hostess with the mostest, and she's an improv genius. Please welcome Susie Mosher. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us today. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Sue. Good to see you. Always enjoy some time with Matsuki.
Matsuki desu ka? That's me. I
Yeah.
want to get right to it. You call what you do a parlor trick. So how did a parlor trick turn into the award-winning series and you as the host lineup, Susie Mosher lineup? How did that happen?
First of all, the first time you said that, I thought you said I call what it is a power trip, and I was like a power trip.
Parlor.
Oh, have I said that? Okay, I'll back it up. No, a parlor trick.
Parlor.
Absolutely. I have been making up songs with people watching me do it for, oh God, 40 years, because one of my best friends, I'm going to name drop, is Kathy and Jimmy, and we've been friends for 100 years. And we would have parties, of course, theater parties, and there was always a piano. And Kathy has always been my biggest, you know, she always has appreciated what I can do. And so she'll push me up to the front. And she would always be like, with these very fancy theater people and very fancy film people, she'd be like, Susie, sing a song. And I would go, okay. And I get up and do my thing, which is basically just a stream of consciousness. Whatever's around, I'll pick that up and put it into what I'm singing. And I feel incredibly confident doing that, Sue. I don't know why. I think it has more to do with the fact that I feel like I can understand chords in my head well enough to know that no matter where I go, I'm going to be able to make it work. And so far, so good. I have almost never had like a big when I'm making it up, because if it goes bad, I make that funny and I keep progressing. So it started in, living rooms, and Kathy was the instigator, and then it progressed, and then I have to say that I did some guest hosting of Brandon Cutrell's show, After Party, which was a fantastic time for everyone. It was at the Laurie Beachman, and he needed a guest host, and he wanted to know if I'd do it. I was like, I don't know how to do that. I don't. And so I did, and I realized, oh, this is fantastic. People aren't really focused on me. I can just do whatever I want, and the guests have to really produce. I can just do whatever. So I became very comfortable with that scenario of me just sort of popping off every now and then showcasing other people's talent. I like that very much.
So you're at Birdland. How long has your tenure been at Birdland, and how did that happen? Were you just guest doing your thing at Jim Caruso's thing, and
No, I've
he
also
approached
known
you?
Jim Caruso for 400 years. And when they were opening the new room downstairs, he contacted me and said, do you want to do something down there? We're looking at for new stuff, and for stuff to fill the room. And I was like, and I had been doing, when 54 Below opened, I had a show there. It was a 3-host open mic, and it started at 5:30 on Sundays. This is right when it opened. And it was me, Ann Harada, and Brooke Seshmaskas. We were the 3 rotating hosts. Well, the 2 of them were instantly like, I don't like this, but I was like, I love this. So they fell away, and it became my show backstage. And then we did that for 2.5, 3 years, and it was very successful. But then I ended up going to do another show somewhere out of town for almost 6 months, and so I did not come back to that. But I missed it. Mm-hmm. So when Jim said, "Do you have something you'd like to do?" I thought I'd like to do a show like that. So that's that's what the lineup is. It's a variety show where I get to pick people from this incredible community, and 8 to 10 people. Yeah. And I love it.
An incredible community, but on very, very high level. It's like, if I used to say about 88s, whatever show you went to see at 88s, you knew it was going to be of a certain caliber and a high level. So anyone who goes to see the lineup with Susie Mosher, you're going to automatically see an incredible show because you curate really, really brilliant talent.
Thanks,
Across
Sue.
the board, from Broadway to comedic to improv to jazz to blues to everything. It's just an incredible evening of talent. For those of you who don't know what Susie does, when she refers to this kind of, I just make up songs in the moment, it's very often genius level, and not just on the fact that you can rhyme things and that you go back and forth and make up the story and play with the audience. Your musicality and your physicality in hearing the music, because these musicians just change to a different vibe musically, and then there goes Susie off doing her thing again without missing a beat. You really need to, well, what was it, Theater Mania said, or was it TimeOut magazine said that you have to be witnessed, they have to see you. And then they said, nah, just go see her. It doesn't mean, it doesn't, just go see her.
Oh,
You're one of a kind. It's really something else.
thank you, Sue. That's so
Tell
sweet
me,
of
as
you
a
to say.
producer, I know I have my pet peeves when I put together a lineup, not to coin your phrase, but when I put together something for do a show or produce a show, I have some pet peeves, show up on time, know your lyrics, I hate when people take over the stage and talk too much or whatever. As a producer, when you're looking for people to do your show, what is it that you look for to create this beautiful 9 or 10 person event every week?
I think what I do is I think about it like a ride. I think, okay, we want to start with this kind of energy, and then we want to move this way, and then we want to go down, and then we want to, oh. So when I look at when I ask people to do it, it's because I think they're talented and they've got an interesting color to add to the painting that we're going to create.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just try and figure out the order of those. Now, I think pet peeves of mine, I don't have a lot of pet peeves regarding performance. It's like that's their moment to do
Right.
whatever whatever they want to do, that's up to them, and it'll either sink or swim.
Mm-hmm.
And but I will find myself going, speed it up, or because I have a really keen sense of timing and what needs to happen, and when things are slowing down, I want them to. So when someone is going on too long, I'm sitting there going, come on, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make them feel like that,
Of
because
course. Yeah.
honestly, Sue, it'll be 6 years I've been doing this in July, and I realize what this is for me. It's a time for us all to fill each other's cup, because the truth is that this is a devastating business. We are rejected and our feelings are hurt on an hourly basis.
True.
Within the internet, and it's like the most important thing is to be reminded that you have something, that you came here for a reason. You are here. Someone understands what it is you're trying to communicate, because it's about communication.
Mm-hmm.
So I watch these performers who maybe haven't performed in like 6 months. They get up, they're fantastic, and all the other performers witness them being fantastic, and then they give them all this confidence. They feel like their cup is full, and then they can go on in this hard show for another week or two at least. Remembering that, yes, I do have a reason to be here. I am special. I have a someone wants to hear what I've got to say.
And in today's political climate, more so than ever, I know that I feel sometimes when I'm on stage and I'm making a connection, be it with the song that I chose or just making someone laugh. For you, I mean, to do that on a weekly basis, the way you do it with the talent that you present and yourself personally as the host, that's going to be very fulfilling, not to get political or whatever, but we walk into a room sometimes, wah, and I leave high as a kite after
uplifted.
Uplifted. And that's our job, right? That's
our job. And we get uplifted from our job.
I think
at least
so.
I walk out of there peaceful and happy, that my friends got an opportunity to shine, and they feel good as they are going home. And in the morning, they're going to wake up and read all the bullshit I wrote. That's not bullshit. It's sincere. All of my review of the night, and they can feel good, and they can go out, because it's hard, people. It's hard. It's hard for me. I know it's hard for you.
Now, I know that you've had some major TV roles. The L Word, Beverly Hills, Nurse Jackie, Veronica's Closet. Do you miss TV acting? What's your preference? I mean, you just like to be a jack of all trades and do it all whenever it pops up, or?
I'll do whatever. I'm not afraid to do whatever. I mean, I have been in film and I have been in television. I honestly have so much anxiety when I'm doing that kind of work, because there's no collaboration. Honestly, you rehearse your lines at home, and it's usually, for me, I just sort of move the story along. I'm the waitress, or I'm the receptionist, or I'm the, I had the opportunity. I did a HBO thing called If These Walls Could Talk, which was basically 3-episode,
Vanessa
story.
Redgrave was in that, right?
Yes, and I had a scene with Vanessa Redgrave. Okay, so you talk about nervous. It's like, oh my God, what, and she played a woman whose longtime companion fell and was in the hospital. and I played the nurse that wouldn't let her in because she wasn't family. Okay, that was, it was in 1963 was when it was set.
Ironic. So, yeah.
Right. So I'm the officious nurse. And I must have gone over my lines 5 million times that I was going to say. And it was not a lot. I'm sorry, only family. This kind of sort of hushed tone. And she's like, oh, so I'm like practicing it. And then you have a lot, you rehearse it with a stand-in. Vanessa Redgrave comes in and stands right there. And you say your lines for her to react, you say them, but you're not being filmed. And I literally was having a nervous breakdown, but then because she didn't say a word, but right before the camera started, she looked up right in my eyes and she was like, she started her lines and I clicked in and I was in too. And then afterwards, this is the truth. Afterwards, she goes, oh, she's good. She's very good. And I was like, oh my
Can I quote you?
Right. So then I got all mine done and she, said her lines for me. And it was thrilling, but it's also nerve wracking. And then it's over and it's like, nobody cares and whatever. I don't love it. I love live performance.
In terms of theater stuff, tell me, what's the role that you'd still love to play?
Oh my God, the role I'd still love it. Of course, what really comes up for me is I would love to play the beggar woman and Sweeney Todd. I really would. I love that. Because that reveal at the end, first time I saw that George Hearn version when I was very young. And it was like, that Sweeney Todd shifted everything for me. Watching that on television made me completely a nut for Stephen Sondheim. First of all, it was a million years ago, but yeah, I'd like to play the beggar woman. Whatever.
I want to talk about Casino. You have gone to doing Susie's lineup twice a month, I know, for the summer or whatever, and you're doing these other shows. Tell me about that. I'm coming. I just got my ticket. I'm coming the next one. I can't wait.
I'm so excited for you to see it because honest to God is the most creative thing I've ever done. The most fulfilling as far as my artistic energy flowing towards something. The way it started was Hope, my wife, and my friend John Boswell, who was a brilliant piano player.
Yeah.
We and our friend Rebecca Asher and a few other people. We were all in our back room and drinking and smoking pot. Sorry, everybody, but that's what we were doing. And and Hope had a slot machine on her huge computer, and it was running. And we were laughing, saying, "What if we were the entertainment that performed for people while they gambled online in the comfort of their own home?" So we had this whole idea. It's our business. We're going to call it the Casino Singers, and we're going to go into people's homes. And Hope and Rebecca, our other friend, thought that's a funny idea for a short film. So that weekend, we called our actor friends and said, "This is what we're going to do. We're coming to your house for an hour and a half. We're going to set up an electric piano, and we're going to entertain you while you gamble online." So we did this for a weekend, and then we thought we should screen it. And we thought, oh, Johnny Niagara, that's the character name, and Pepper Cole, that's my name, are going to do a set afterwards. So that was, and we just were going to do it for one night, just for fun, to screen the thing. Well, people lost their mind over it. They thought it was the funniest thing. They loved it so much. So we ended up doing, this is in LA in 2001, before the planes hit the building. And so we were like, we showed it a few times, and they went, oh, we should do another film, which is what we did. We made another film, and then another film, and then another film. And by the last two films, we've got some really big names in those films.
Yeah, I saw from the write-up on it. Wow.
Right. They're like big performers, and because they saw it and they were like, yeah, sure, I'll be in it. So it was really a spectacular time because we were getting to do these two crazy characters and do kamikaze shooting all over LA. I mean, there's a whole scene where we recreate the in Hair, the music Hair, the musical Hair in the movie, that whole scene where it's like, well, when the moon, the whole Aquarius, where they're all dancing, it's all that great Twyla Tharp choreography. Right. Lisa Mordente, Cheetah's daughter, Lisa Mordente, who's also an incredible performer and an incredible dancer and choreographer, she blocked it all. We were at La Brea Tar Pits. There's parks right there, and we created this whole scene with all these people, and it's really funny and it's really great. And so Casino is part film and then part live action. And we have a huge screen for the film down in the Birdland Theater, a big screen. So it's like sitting in a movie theater. And then the film is about 20 minutes long, and then we do a live set. So that's what it is.
When's the next one? Tell us, show your shows. When are the next lineups and when's?
Okay, we've got two more of these. The first one is was June 25th,
Mhm.
and then July 30th. It's the last Tuesday of June and the last Tuesday of July.
And then the
The
first and the third of every Tuesday, you're still doing Susie Mosher's lineup.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
people, I'm going to have links after this interview or below this interview. I'm going to have links to all the ticket sales for these shows. You can go see them. I'm going to be there on the 25th in this month. I can't wait to come.
Yay!
So if you want to join me and come sit with me and see the greatness and the fun that is Susie Mosher. Thank you so much for spending
Honey, I
some
love
time
you.
with us.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it. I'll be back soon to line up, I promise, because
Okay.
I just love being there. All right, everyone, check Susie Mosher out. Please join us at lineup and go see Casino. We'll see you soon, my dear. Thanks for
Thank you.
spending a few
Thanks
minutes
so
with
much,
us.
Sue.